The Hopkinton Town history purports this story to be true. Details may not be accurate, however, but some is true. It happened in 1820, 200 plus years ago. A guy named Philip Brown lived in a house in the village. A few houses away was a man whose last name was Phillips. History doesn't tell us what Mr. Phillips' first name was. Anyhow, Mr. Phillips spent $8 on a lottery ticket drawn perhaps in Havana, though it may have been New York. Nonetheless, $8 was a lot of money at the time, more than the average person back then made in an entire week. In today's money, it'd be about $860. Well, time of the drawing came near. Mr. Phillips got cold feet, and he wanted out. And he, in fact, sold his ticket to Mr. Brown. Got half what he paid for it, only $4. Then, as the time of the drawing came near, he went, "Oh, I want my ticket back." And he offered Mr. Brown a load of hay to get it back. Mr. Brown said no to the hay. He said, however, he would sell it to him for $2, but no sale. So Philip Brown kept the ticket. Some weeks went by, and Mr. Phillips received a letter stating that he'd won $25,000, and to receive the money, he'd have to send the ticket back as proof. So Mr. Phillips won the money, but you see, Mr. Brown had the ticket. So what are we going to do? We went to see him, and they reached an agreement. Ticket was legally made over to Philip Brown, and the money was sent up from New York or wherever to a bank in Concord. We don't know what happened to Mr. Phillips after that, but Mr. Brown took his money and brought it home to Hopkinton. Would be about $600,000 in today's money, a lot of money. He kept the money in a cabinet in his house, but he couldn't sleep because he was thinking he was going to be robbed. So one night, went out in the woods and he secreted the cash in a hollow tree, covered it with pieces of bark. The next day, however, he went out, he couldn't find the tree. It took him a week to find the tree. But finally, he did locate it. Well, he took the money and invested it in real estate. The town history tells us that many of the buildings that Philip Brown owned or invested in are still standing, mostly in Concord.